Welcome back to using Twitter in the classroom. Today, I like to do a few things. I'd like to get us started actually posting some tweets. I'd like to really look a little deeper at who we can follow and how we do that. And I'd like to explain the hashtag. We see that a lot in different tweets. All of these will allow us to grow our personal learning network, our PLN. It will allow you to do some informal professional development of your own. I find just by kind of scrolling through the what's happening on Twitter, I learn a great deal and I get a lot of ideas and great things to include in my classroom. So to get started, I'm logged into Twitter and it is really easy to send a tweet. So at the top of our page, you'll notice you have your little icon. We've customized this in a previous lesson. And right beside it, what's happening, I'm going to click there and all I have to do is type. So you'll notice that it is 140 characters that I get. And that includes spaces, that includes anything for hashtags, for links, any of those types of things. So before I type, I want to show you can actually also add your media, like pictures or videos, things like that. You can insert a poll if you want to ask some questions. So if you're doing this with your classroom, you could have them tweet their answer to the poll. And I have my location disabled. I just don't feel again that having my location is all that important. So to just post a typical tweet, you would just type whatever you want, and I'm going to type a tweet in here, and I'm just going to put spent the last few days building robots. Lots of fun. And I'm going to say with my students. My students. So people know that it wasn't just me building the robots, but my kids were doing it as well. And so I typed that up and I could send a tweet and everyone would see what I said. But I want to use a hashtag and I will explain why in just a moment. And so I use Lego robots in my classroom. And I also use Robot C in my classroom. And I need to put the little hashtag in front of that. Okay. So I have added a couple hashtags. Notice they're red. They're not black like the regular text. I don't know if you noticed this or not, but as I was typing Robot C, this popped up. That's because I follow Robot C. And what you can also do in your tweets is you can tag someone else, and what it will do is it will notify them. It's almost like sending them a message, but everyone gets to see it. And it looks like this, and it gives the @ sign, and so they will be mentioned in this tweet. I'm going to undo that because I don't want to mention them. I just want to use the hashtag. So if that happens, you can mention someone. If you don't follow them, you could still mention them. And you can just type it in on your own. Just make sure you know what their Twitter handle is. So a lot of times if someone is sending a tweet and they really want to get it to a certain particular group or a person, they'll use the @ and the Twitter handle within their tweet, and then it includes them with it so that we can make sure they see it. So I'm going to erase that, and I'm just going to tweet this out with those hashtags. Okay. Notice I have 48 characters left if I wanted to send more. So I tweet that out. And you'll see it just popped up. We were right here. We just popped up some more tweets, and there's mine, and here comes a new one. These just will come and come and come. And you'll notice that these now have links. Well, before we get into the hashtag, let's get into how we start following others. I mentioned this very, very quickly on the very first video as we got the whole Twitter account set up. But over on the side, they'll have some who to follow. And that is typically given to you because they follow or are followed by other organizations or people that you follow or who follow you. So I have no idea who this person is or this person, but I know this is a teacher in one of the buildings I used to teach. And she's followed by the organization, the junior high class that I teach with. I could refresh, and it's going to give me some new ones. And don't don't know any of these people. Actually, this person is a student. I just realized, and I don't typically follow students. They can follow me, but I don't follow them. More students, another teacher, another teacher. So you'll see that you can see them and follow them. If you want to click on their name to see what their Twitter feed looks like, you can just click there, and then you can follow it from there. So easy way to start following people. The other thing you can do is click up here and search. I do this all the time to find more groups than I do people. So I'm going to type in Lego EV3 because I used the Lego EV3 in my first robotics class, and so I see lots of different Twitter accounts. I don't know if these are people that just use the name Lego EV3 or if it's actually Lego that is posting these tweets, but I'm going to start with this first one. I'm going to click on it. And so again, I'm searching, and so I can look here. Lego's newest robotics platform. It's talking about that. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to like this, or follow it, I should say. Like is kind of what we do on if you're using Facebook. So I want to follow this person. And what is great about that is then, one, more things will pop up here with similar accounts. But also, when I go back home, in my Twitter feed, I will start getting the tweets in my Twitter feed from that organization. Now, I try to be really careful about what I follow because if someone's looking at what I'm following, I want to keep my reputation. I want to have nothing that's popping up that could be misconstrued as either inappropriate or not appropriate for the classroom. So that's why I try to stick to all education things and things that have to do with what I teach. That's why I have a professional Twitter account and a personal Twitter account. I do try to keep all my tweets, even on my personal account, appropriate as well, because I do feel that when we decided to be a teacher, we decided to have the lifestyle that's more in the public realm, and I think we need to be a good role model for our students. So even if it's in our private life, if they see us doing things and modeling things that we're suggesting to them, they're more likely to follow us. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the same thing. Lego, spell it right. Took me a minute to remember what I was typing. EV3 and EV3 tutorials. I'm not sure if I'm going to click on it, but I'm not sure if I'm actually going to follow this because we don't use the Mindstorms application or programming language. We use Robot C. So maybe I'll do I'm going to do Tetrix because I know I don't follow anything from Tetrix, because I just started using this with a class just this week, and so I really want to get more experienced with some of the things we can do. So I want to click follow, and I'm following Tetrix. So once again, here are some, oh, that's really cool, Aviators Robotics. I can actually spend tons of time here and get totally absorbed in what's being posted. I just learn a great deal all the time. So that's how you can search to find groups and organizations. So let's see, we posted a tweet, or we tweeted. We looked on the right side to see who we could follow. We searched some organizations. And as we're following people, more and more things will pop up. And that's how we start building our professional learning community. We network with others, but also how we can do some professional development of our own. So I look right here, just got posted a minute ago. Have a cool project, contact us. If your project is chosen, you'll receive a free Robot C or Robot Virtual World license. I have 2 class sets of that, so I don't really need it. But the reason why I'm looking at this later, I'm going to come back after this video, and I'm going to watch that and see what kind of cool projects someone else has done. So even if I don't have time in my class, because I have it pretty well structured after a couple years doing certain things. If I notice something really cool, I always try to integrate it. I'll drop something off that maybe isn't as interesting, and I'll add things that are teaching as much or more, but with really cool ideas. So I'm always tweaking what I do, and I get a lot of those ideas from things just like this. That's how professional development should look. Always looking for best practices, always looking to just improve what you're doing. And I'm doing that just at a click. I'm doing it on a weekend, or I'm doing it in the evening or early in the morning. It isn't something that has to be super scheduled or structured. Okay, so last thing, let's talk about hashtags. So if we go back to my tweet, the hashtags are a way to search certain topics or just particular events maybe. And so in a future lesson, we're going to talk about Twitter chats. Twitter chats are totally designed around the hashtag. So someone will use a certain hashtag, and a very unique one, and we'll get into this more in the next video. And what will happen is when you search that, you see all of the posts that have used the same hashtag. And so if I use Lego Robotics, I can click on this, and I'm going to see posts that other people have made with the same exact hashtag. And so it allows us to do a search on a very, very particular piece of information. So let me click on Lego Robotics, and let me show you. And I have to say, sometimes I get this message, can't find any tweets, and I know there are. But here we go. So right here, mine comes up first because I was the last one. And then here are other people who have hashtagged the same exact thing. And so here I am, I'm looking. Oh, this looks cool. Again, I can get totally consumed by what I'm seeing. But here's a video someone put. The kids have to make their robot go through this little obstacle course. That's really cool. What I find also when I search these hashtags is maybe this is a teacher that I want to follow and kind of collaborate with or get ideas from. Here's another one. Some students, looks like younger students, they're working on getting that block and making it move the block someplace. Yes, very nice. They've got the arm going up. So I can see different people who are posting using Lego Robotics. They're using the WeDo. Love that. That's for younger kids. Not sure what these kids are doing. It looks kind of like a WeDo. Maybe they're doing some EV3. Oh, they're using some Scratch right here. They're probably using some WeDo. Oh, it says WeDo right there. So basically that hashtag has allowed me to find lots and lots and lots of posts about people doing things with Lego Robotics. Okay, let me go back up here. Let me click on Robot C. And again, you're going to see that Robot C, it's pulling everything up here that people have hashtagged Robot C. Some Vex being used. You can do Arduino with Robot C. You can do a lot of different things. So this is a really great way to search very, very specific pieces of information. So you're not just searching a person's Twitter feed or an organization's Twitter feed, because that could have lots and lots of different pieces of information. You are just narrowing down to one thing. So that's the hashtag. Remember that when you are doing all of this, that the home button gets you back to your feed. And if you click on your name, either here or over here, that's going to take you to just your tweets and your replies or retweets, which leads me to the retweet. If I want to retweet this, I click right here. And a retweet just means that you're posting that tweet on your feed. And so the difference is, this is what I see. When someone pulls up my page, they see this. Okay? And so if I retweet it, people that are looking at my page will, and the people that are following me, they will see this as well. So I'm going to retweet that. I can add a comment if I want to it, but I'm not going to. So I'll retweet that. The other items down here, the reply, that can send a message straight to the organization or person if you have a question. And I've used this on a number of occasions because there are times that I have wanted to ask a question about what they posted for more information. Again, building my professional learning network. And that's really cool. You've got the like. You have the like for those English teachers, so I don't get any messages about that. And the more, I can send a direct message so only that organization or person sees it. I can copy a link to it. I can embed it in something. Mute, block, and report. That would be more if you feel like it's inappropriate. You can mute it so people don't see it. You can block them so that way nothing pops up on your feed. And you can report misbehavior, misconduct. So that is basically how you write a tweet, maybe retweet or like a tweet, how you hashtag and what you can do with searching those hashtags. We'll have more on that later. And also how you can search organizations because you want to just get in here, start following people, start learning a great deal, and building that professional learning network and also doing some professional learning on your own. Stay tuned for the next video, and that way you can start learning how to use those hashtags and Twitter chats to really dive into the Twitter world and really get connected with teachers around the country and around the world.